press play. Don't pause. Pause.
Comics Plus, what is going on? My name is Akasan.
What's up, Super Cruz, DC Son?
Oh, and your bags have arrived from your shopping app. Okay, that was interesting. I got confused because the phone was right there, but it's all good. It's all good.
They're telling me some bags are wrong. I haven't ordered anything for them.
Black body bags, yeah, great. All right, well, speaking of body bags, John Campea is on the run right now, so he doesn't know anything about just what has transpired. What has transpired in the last couple of hours. So he's around.
What's happened now?
So I'm just updating you, but you know, he just like myself, he's very careful about spoilers, and we love that fans want to send us stuff, but I'm like, yo,
I'd rather not have spoilers.
You can close it. Yeah. He keeps that was the ghost of Kevin Feige. That was the spirit of Kevin Feige coming to punish us for saying anything potentially leaking about Spider-Man No Way Home.
Please tell me he did not do that.
So
this business and what he does, seriously?
So what's ironic is that John Campea just a week ago, posted a video saying, or posted a tweet saying that he's all for a $1 million lawsuit if people leak stuff. He was like, with the Eternals leaking, with Shang-Chi leaking, he's all for $1 million lawsuit if somebody leaks from a premiere.
And he leaked something.
and then, just yesterday, he posts 2 images. Do you want me to describe it or not?
No.
Okay. So he posts 2 images that come from No Way Home, and it's watermarked the John Campea show. One of them describes what we have always assumed. Basically, imagine it as any fan image you've seen.
Coming to like,
it's something like that. So
seriously?
Then,
dude, you had one job.
Then, no. Here's the thing, though. Then the second image was also, if you followed the on-casting rumors and on-site who's been popping up, who's rumored to show up for certain things, he posted another image of Tom Holland, Peter Parker, Happy, and Aunt May in this one mysterious character. And when I first saw it, the way he described it was very much like, oh man, some fans sent me some of this. This is pretty good Photoshop, like that, right? And I looked at it, I'm like, oh, okay, damn. I was like, damn, this looks really good. This is really good. Like, for a fake, this looks really good. It's a little blurry, but you know, you can kind of see the Photoshop stuff. But whatever, I moved on about my life, right?
And find out it's not fake.
Then, about 2 hours later, I'm streaming, and people are just like, yo, Akasan, did you hear about the leaks? Holy shit, John Campea leak. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yo, John Campea, he deleted his tweet because somebody started saying it's for reals. It's actually legit. It's not a fan edit. And John Campea deleted his entire tweets, and then now we have this whole thing about Kevin Feige coming after his ass. And
well, I can understand why Kevin Feige would be upset.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, with John Campea, I would say this. I can understand you getting something from a fan and not really knowing.
Right.
And then, you know, just casually talking about it. But
why watermark
it? Watermarking it is one thing. But then also, when you're sharing it, it's like, because of his platform, someone should check.
Yep.
Even if he doesn't check, someone on the background should check, because he's the person that's in front of the camera that would be at risk.
And then on top of that,
brand as well.
But so on top of that, why share fan images anyways? You know?
Yeah, because I mean,
he's not
images are on Instagram anyway, Instagram
exactly.
and on the internet, so people can find it if they want to see it.
He's not in that position to be doing something like that. You know what I mean? Especially like, look, if it was like a man-up poster, so they also released their official poster, which shows Tom Holland, Spider-Man, with Doc Ock tentacles and everything. Like
is that where someone sent me a link to a poster, and it's like, it looks like, you know, 2 people were taken out, and it's like,
exactly.
I'm not, and because I read that text, I'm like, I am not clicking on the link because I don't want to see it.
That's the one. Excuse me. That's the official. So the official poster, you know, Sony being Sony.
The official poster also spoils it.
No,
No.
No,
Okay.
because
well, then
the
that's good.
official poster, it just shows. I'll show you the official poster,
Okay.
but it's
I have not seen that yet.
But Sony, Sony being Sony, you're just like, damn, that's a lot of empty space for a Sony poster. They usually fuck it all up. You know what I'm saying?
So there's a lot of dead space in
Right.
a certain area. So that mainly means that that's a reveal poster, and they may have
Later.
another poster.
That's
later,
what I
because they
think.
don't want to quote unquote.
Yeah, this is the poster.
Yeah,
right
that
here.
it.
There's a lot of
Yeah.
empty space, right?
Yeah, a hell of a lot of empty space. That and having that character that
Yep.
small in the background. Yeah, there's something else that's supposed to be there that was taken out. It's like,
So
come on, man.
Yeah, people are just like, wait
That
a
sucks.
second, what's
That's
going on
super sucks.
now? So
Sand in the background as well.
John Campea cleared it up a little bit, and I guess we'll talk about that in the live stream a little later. He said he thought it was fake because the bulge on somebody's crotch looked fake.
Really?
So,
That was the focus. Crotch bulging.
Anyways, though, rest in peace to John Campea because they coming for his ass. But it got me to thinking honestly because yes, it's bad that he leaked it.
Snipers at a world premiere.
But at the same time, I'm like, it's nothing we didn't already know,
or kind of hope for or guess.
right? But here's something I started thinking about. For most of the world, Spider-Man: No Way Home comes out December 17th. Most of the world.
Yeah.
That's 5 weeks away. We've only had.
I feel your pain, bro. I feel your pain.
We've only had literally only one teaser trailer. And by far, arguably, this is going to be the biggest movie of the year in most of the world. We get it next year. This is going to be the biggest. I'm not bitter. This is going to be the biggest.
Today we switch roles.
Yeah. This is going to be the biggest movie of the year by far. And we've only had one teaser trailer. Now, I've been asking fans, do we really need another teaser? Do we need another trailer?
No.
On the business side, I would say yes.
No, you don't. You don't for several reasons. One, everything that's going on with Spider-Man and Marvel, just saying Spider-Man, people are like, I'm interested in seeing it. That's the first thing. Second thing is having more stuff there. It's like, it's overkill at this point, especially being a month out. Just do the movie. Having another trailer out is like, well, why? We don't really need it because they waited this long in the game to have it because usually there's at least two by now.
Yeah, by far.
So, it's
but
like,
I'm
just release the movie earlier.
But I'm pretty sure we definitely need another trailer at least for the tickets on sale now, like that. You know,
Are they having TV spots?
No,
stateside?
There's nothing yet. That's the point.
Okay, can I make one small comment?
Sure.
I think that's wonderful.
That there's no TV spots. There will be though.
I think after the movie comes out, possibly, or right before it comes out. But
because
I think it's great that they don't because one, they keep changing the dates.
Okay.
So that keeps them out of risk. But also not having them, it leaves very little to spoil, minus what happened with the photos, and gets people. It's like, okay, let's just get it over with. Let's go and see it.
But here's the thing: I think you're kind of coming from a very fan perspective. As a fan, I'm like, I don't want to. I want to go in as blind as possible, right?
Yeah.
But
for people that may not know the character,
when I'm talking, every time I even bring up this situation of me flying to another country to see this movie.
Oh yeah.
For normal people, for normal people, they're like, "There's a Spider-Man movie coming out." Like they have no idea any of this is coming out. And generally speaking, especially in Japan, what I've noticed, the only way people find out about a new movie coming out is if they play the previous movie on TV. Yes. Like that. It's really wild. Yeah. That's one of the things that happened.
Just like, oh, Akasan ordered. Oh,
hold on. It's pizza time.
Pizza time.
Okay, so there we go. It's going to be pizza time in a second. So we're going to wrap this up really quickly before they get cold. So the real question is, because, yes, we all know pretty much the most unkept secret that Sony is hiding right now is that Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be coming back. In what form or fashion, we don't know. And I know that internally... What?
They are?
I know you're joking.
No, I'm actually being serious because like the last interview I saw with Andrew Garfield, he's like, no one's contacted me. I was like, I'm not in the movie.
Oh, and you believe that, eh? Okay. Okay. Yo, they caught this.
If I'm like this,
They caught this dude in 4K, dude.
Dude, I have
Like,
honestly
3 months ago.
not been. So I've been purposely keeping myself away from anything dealing with any big features that I want to see because oversaturation.
Okay.
And because we're on this side, movies get delayed. It means we get it later than we're supposed to get it, which is already late.
Right.
And I don't want to get my hopes up.
Okay. So that's the whole reason I'm trying to go to another country because I don't want to be late. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity to possibly see
something you're really into at one time.
All three of them together in the same world, you know, like that. I mean,
it's true. It's funny because like that's actually how we met, talking about movies and going to other countries, stuff like that. And now we're back to that.
Back to this. So here's the question here is the fact that personally, if I were Sony, I would make a trailer. So the biggest thing is Sony, from what I've heard, Sony wants to make that second trailer, that impact trailer, all three of them together doing the whole Spider Avengers type pose or whatever, the money shot. So people go fucking crazy. It becomes one of the biggest trailers of all time.
That and because they want to basically implode YouTube.
Yeah, as they should.
Which would make sense.
Kevin Feige, on the other hand, wants to keep all those money shots away. But I'm like, in my opinion, respectively, that's not Kevin Feige's decision to make because Kevin Feige is in charge of Marvel, Disney stuff. Sony, by better lack of terms, is basically they own Spider-Man. They're the main guys running, so it's really their call. Now, one thing I was also thinking about though is the problem is Sony will shoot everything in their trailer and leave nothing left in the movie. That's the bigger problem.
And I think that's possibly why Kevin Feige's like, don't.
Right.
Because it's like, but we have these wonderful shots, want to use them, and then when you go to watch the movie, it's like,
there's
all these wonderful shots were in the trailer.
And then you get a terrible third act that's unpolished CG, right? So I get the both decisions, but I highly, like, this is a huge opportunity that's being missed in terms of getting an entirely nostalgic audience to come in.
Potentially new fans.
Could you imagine the advertising for Days of Future Past without mentioning anything about the old cast coming back like that? Like, it would have been cool as fans, but all those people would have come in. Could you imagine Batman, the new Flash movie, without mentioning the fact that the 1989 Batman is going to be showing up?
Actually, not joking. I'd still be okay if he wasn't there and then it was like this massively big reveal.
Right.
I mean, that's okay. That wasn't a big deal. This one, I kind of agree with Kevin Feige because he has a good track record with a lot of his features. I also understand your standpoint because, yes, from a fan standpoint, you want to get people in, but also you want to get butts in seats. And to do that, you need to market to a wide audience.
For all the people that are big fans of Tobey Maguire, for all the people that are big fans of Andrew Garfield, like,
and Tom Holland.
If it's not confirmed, there is a potential that it's a huge risk that they're running that people may not come in to check things out.
Andrew Garfield is going to be Venom from a different universe, and Tobey Maguire is actually Jameson.
That'd be kind of cool. However, my proposal here, I was thinking about this last night with the Red Dreaded Nation while streaming, is instead of actually, because we all know Sony has a huge problem with just
you have me thinking about it.
Pushing all the footage out there and everything. My personal opinion is that they should do something very similar to Days of Future Past, where they essentially do some vignettes instead, so we never see Tobey Maguire, potentially, right? If they are in this movie. We never see Andrew Garfield, but they do exclusive voiceovered trailers where they show BTS footage of the old, very recognizable Spider-Man movies of the past, where they show Peter Parker's old bedroom when he was first changing or whatever, and you have this sort of voiceover
from that particular
Tobey Maguire
right.
coming in, and he's like, you know, I remember all the people I saved and all the people I've lost, and they show a picture of whoever died in his movies,
and then do something like that with Andrew Garfield,
right.
because he lost.
Right, and so, but what I'm saying is, we do a Tobey Maguire focused trailer first, and then it's
an
like,
Andrew Garfield version,
right, and then
at the end,
but
the three of them together.
Yes. So what I'm saying is, okay, for the Tobey Maguire one, you show all this, and he's like, I remember all the people I've saved, all the people I've lost, and then something happened, and then you hear that multiverse kind of Doctor Strange sound,
right?
And then, very similar to the Flash trailer that we saw at DC Fandom, you don't see Spider-Man, but you see the silhouette with the very recognized embossed webbing. Same thing with Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. You have him voicing over, and you see the Brooklyn Bridge, you see the clock tower where Gwen Stacy died, and you just have these like quick shots, and then everything changed. He has his own thing. There you go. And then finally you get one more of Tom Holland, and it's
the same kind of thing. So basically the vignette, it would be a template of each Spider-Man in their respective universe, with whatever situation that happened.
Correct.
Maybe in the same or similar pose as their cut.
Something.
You go from one to another.
But
then at the end,
right, but with Tom Holland's would be the final trailer, and you don't even see these dudes. Maybe, just possibly,
like their shoulder.
You see their boots or something like that, and you see Tom Holland Spider-Man turn, and you hear the sounds of other webs or whatever, and you hear Tom Holland turn. That's it. That's it. That's enough. We never see the first meeting.
Kevin Feige style.
We never see the movie. I mean, we never see any clips from the actual movie.
You don't see full costumes, thing like that. It'd be a very, as they say here in Japan, a soft reveal.
That's more than enough to let the general audience know that
there's potential that they're there, and if they're not, they're still supporting that Spider-Man in spirit.
And then after that, after the first weekend, go ahead and put out the real poster with all three of them and whatever. Like, very similar to the Justice League situation where we knew Superman was going to be back in somehow, some way, but it wasn't until that first weekend. It wasn't until that first weekend that then they finally started putting Superman in all the posters. Yeah, and I was like, okay, cool, that's fine with me.
But I also liked how they did that, because it's like, okay, given that part of the story, he's somewhat of a central focus, but he's not the main central focus, and they tried to shine a light on the other characters that were there. Just in general, I like how they did that. The poster they did for that, I thought was cool. I would love to see posters like that, or that type of style for Spider-Man, although it's too late. But
well, I mean, they can always plop them in later. I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen. Yeah.
Next year's fleet of movies coming out, just because I think it would be cool to have a multitude of characters done that way.
So there you have it, guys. Let us know, Red Nation, stand up, speak up. What do you guys think? I know, as a fan, on a fan perspective,
now, and it's annoying because it's stuck in my back. It's like, I don't want to see it, but I want to see it. Anybody know that feeling?
As a fan perspective, I understand we all want to go in as blind as possible, but I honestly think that's going to be impossible. Like, Sony's gonna have to take control of this somehow, and they might as well make a shitload of money from it. So I'm personally, I mean, I'm personally, yes, I'm familiar. Yes, that's Sandman. Yes.
No, but I mean, it's like he would go perfectly right there, and Electro right there.
Sinister Six and the Spider-Verse. I'm personally on the side of, like, look, let's get that second trailer out there. Let's get some money for Akasan, so he can actually afford to fly to another country if needed to go watch this movie on time. Let's get the hype really going, because quite honestly, believe it or not, the general audience has no idea what's going on in this movie.
What is that? Seriously, what is that?
I don't know. It's
the other problem with showing me something like this.
Yeah, now he's all into it. Join us online real quick. I'm going to try to edit this and get this out for you guys really quickly, but join us on Twitch, as we're going to have a spoiler discussion about Eternals. Twitch! And also, we're probably going to be talking about these Spider-Man leaks as well. All right, talk to you soon. Peace.